What's up guys? Okay, so Friday was an awesome day for me trading. I didn't have any huge gains, but I had a decent amount of profitable trades and I definitely had some consistency going. I was watching TTOO and I went over this strategy in a previous video. This thing gapped down huge overnight, and so whenever that happens, a lot of times the gap will try to fill. It's just simple psychology because people that shorted this thing overnight, they're gonna cover in the morning, and a lot of times that can start a squeeze, and so it's always a decent long opportunity. It doesn't work 100% of the time, but it works enough for traders to be able to trust their instincts and get in and hopefully make a little bit of money with it. And so I got in TTOO at about $4.25 with only 50 shares. My ultimate plan was to see if it could test the 450s area for that $half point. And once it broke into the 430s, I added another 50 shares, making my full position size 100 shares. I held this one for a few minutes, but it wasn't an extreme amount of time, and there was a decent amount of movement on Fridays, which is always a good thing for day traders like us. But yeah, it broke into the 430s and consolidated for a little bit over that 430s point, as you can see in the top right chart. But eventually it broke that previous high and broke up, and I think I exited this one at about $4.38 for about a $7 gain on my small account. You might see these gains and think they're just very small gains, but overall, I've stated many times before, consistency is the most important thing for me, especially on U stock, since commissions are so cheap. And so I can use these small share sizes and make small profits and just work on my consistency as a new trader. Okay, so once I exited that first trade on TTOO, I noticed it continued to push up and it looked like it was going to break past that previous high, and so I actually got back in it with 50 shares again. I was also watching BLDP, and it was doing a very similar thing to TTOO. While it didn't gap down like TTOO did, it did make a decent run right at the open, and it started consolidating just under that $half point. And so I got in BLDP with 100 shares at about $4.35. The reason I used a little bit larger share size compared to my TTOO trade is because the range on BLDP was just a little bit smaller and shorter, and so ultimately I was able to use a little bit larger share size and still be protected. I also set a stop loss on BLDP at $4.30, so regardless of what happened with this trade, I was only going to lose about $5 plus commissions, and so overall I was comfortable with it. So after entering both of these positions, TTOO quickly broke over that $half point, which is exactly what I wanted it to. Once it broke over, I decided to add a few more shares just to give myself a little bit of room to make some more profits. BLDP broke over into the 440s area, and it didn't look like it would continue to keep pushing, and so I decided to exit with my 100 shares at about $4.40. I made about $4 or $5 from this trade. I know they seem like small gains, but like I've said many times before, consistency is the most important thing to me right now, and in the future I'm going to up my share size and hopefully have much better gains. But back to TTOO, like I said, it broke into the 450s where I added some more shares. It did test and try to break under that 450s area a few times, but I was glad that it continued to push up and ultimately started to test that 460s area. Once it broke over that 455 area and started to test that 460s point, I was torn between whether I should hold or sell. I really just decided to sell and bank that other $7 profit, just because I was already up a decent amount on the day and I didn't want to give back any profits that I had made so far. Looking back, I'm relatively happy with these trades. I think I managed both of them well, and I was able to score a few small profits on my U stock account. My last trade from Friday was on MRTX, and this thing had been moving really crazy all day. I know a lot of other people lost some money on this thing, and so I just decided to get in with 20 shares, which is a very small share size, but I just wanted to protect the profits I had already made. Lucky for me, this thing eventually pushed up to the 1150s and quickly up to the 1160s. Once it reached that high of day, I just decided to exit and bank that $7.50 profit, just because I was already up a decent amount, and overall on the day I was up about $28. Those are it's a small gain, but I had 4 profitable trades and only 1 break-even trade throughout Friday, and so I was really happy with how I performed and the consistency I had. Anyways, that was my trading day for Friday. If you want to keep watching more videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. It really does a lot to help support us, and be sure to come check out our free day trading chat room. We've had a bunch of new people there, so I'm definitely glad they're there. I post a link in each video's description, guys, so make sure to come check that out, and good luck in the markets on Monday. Thanks for watching.